Hello everyone, Ari and Wenxin will present the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow. We will divide the presentation into four parts. The 1980 Summer Olympics was a significant event for the Soviet Union, showcasing openness and freedom in a society that was still in the process of opening up. The Games were successful in legitimizing Soviet foreign policy, gaining local support, and strengthening the communist elite. The 1980 Moscow Olympics key elements. Here are four elements of Olympic Games in which they can show different Russian cultures. Firstly, emblems to record the Kremlin flag. The mascot. Misha is a bear with power, speed, and kindness, which is related to Russian society. The torch and the medal design also reflects the Russian cultures. Next, the 1980 Moscow Olympics opening and closing ceremonies. National identity. The opening and closing ceremonies are platforms for Russia to present its culture, history, and values to global audience. Through these ceremonies, Russia seeks to enhance its image and its political power. Cultural showcase. The Soviet Union displayed its rich culture at the opening event, many traditional Russian culture.
Next, I'm going to talk about the boycott of the 1980 Olympic Games. Throughout the 1980s, the Soviet Union governed the Democratic Republic of Afghanistan, where its Civil War was conducted. Fighting took occurred mostly in Afghan countryside. Between 562,000 and 2 million Afghans died as a result in the battle, while millions more fled as refugees. The majority of these people seek safety in Pakistan and Iran. It is estimated that between 6.5% and 11.5% of Afghanistan's former 13.5 million population have been killed as a result of the fighting. The United States started the 1980 Summer Olympic boycott as bilateral hostility rose. 66 countries boycotted the game. These 80 countries were represented in the Moscow game, which is the smallest number since 1956. Most 66 countries didn't participate in the initiative of the US. However, some of the countries are unable to participate for other reasons, including political and economic reasons, and Iran, which is hostile to both countries. Based on defending the right of their athletes, although the government of Great Britain, Australia, and France are supporting a boycott of the game, athletes are free to choose whether or not to participate in the game. Italy and Spain participate using the neutral flag and the Olympic anthem in the whole ceremony. Antwerp ceremony is the traditional at the beginning and also at the end of the Olympic game. However, because of the boycott, the mayor of Montreal, which is the host city of the previous Olympic Games, were not present at the beginning of the game, and also the mayor of the Los Angeles, the next host cities, didn't present too. So the Antwerp flag didn't receive by the US until 1984. At the closing ceremony, the Los Angeles city's flag was raised as a symbolizer of the next host of the Olympic Games, rather than the United States flag, which is a break from tradition. Because of the absence of major Western sport rivals such as the United States, the games were heavily skewed in terms of medal. Most of the medals were won by the host Soviet Union, followed by the East Germany. There were 203 events at the game. 97 world records were broken, and 241 Olympics records were set during the competition. Although no athletes were found to have doped at the Olympic, but some countries believe that some athletes using the new and untested doping to achieve so many amazingly good results in this event. Most of the US boycott airlines countries participated in the Liberty Bell Classics in Philadelphia instead. As a return, In the Los Angeles Olympic Games, the Soviet Union and East Germany boycotted the Games with other 16 countries.
A showcase of Soviet ideology. The Olympics, according to the Soviet Union, offered an opportunity for the Soviet Union to demonstrate communist superiority and Soviet power to the rest of the world. Soviet supporting achievement, the successes of Olympics as a validation of their political systems. Ideology. It took place at the height of Cold War, when the Soviet Union and the United States were engaged in political and ideological. The Soviet Union's success at the Olympics, they had desired victory at the Olympics to political and ideology, victory for communism over capitalism. Soft power. Soft power should be understood as a part of politics of attraction, a national strategy that seeks international influence not only through the coercion but also through the power of persuasion. The 1980 Moscow Olympics, which the Soviet Union used to promote socialist values and show its political power and legitimacy. To showcase its technological power, the USSR heavily invested in sports facilities and Olympics infrastructures. Then, sporting achievement. They mainly present in the four areas: the number of the medals, world records, high quality facilities, and the sportsmanship. That's all. Thanks for your listening.